If you don't know already, I'm Janice McCord, the Digital Marketing Manager here for all things IngramSpark. And I just want to say thank you for all the creators, illustrators, publishers, authors, whoever you are, for joining the live today. We're so glad you made it on the latest episode of Ask the Expert, where we talk to experts at IngramSpark and in the book publishing world about all things book related. So today, if you don't know, we're discussing Ingram ID. So make sure you have your questions ready for the Q&A portion of this episode and take some good notes because you know we love a good giveaway. We do have some housekeeping rules. So before we begin, please no customer service inquiries in the comments. If you do have any customer service related inquiries to your book or to your account, just make sure to go to our DMs on any of our social media channels, or you can go to the help link in our link in bio and someone will reach out to you. So with all that being said, also be kind to one another in the comments. Don't try to join the live. And with all that out of the way, let's give a big round of applause to our very special guest, Miss Davina Powell.
Hello, Denise.
Thank you so much for joining me today on the latest episode of Ask the Expert. But first, Davina, could you tell us a little bit about yourself?
My name is Davina Powell. I am a consumer digital marketing manager here at Ingram. I specialize in bringing booksellers and book readers together so those book sellers are not wasting dollars when they are connecting to their specific audience. And I hope that my goal is to make sure that the audiences are getting the content that they're looking for so that they also are inundated with content that they don't want as well. I've been in digital marketing for more than 10 years at this point. I have worked in different marketing capacities, but I've always specialized in audience building and consumer in the digital space.
That's amazing. So Davina is an expert, you guys. She is very much so an expert. So with all that being said, what exactly is Ingram ID, Davina?
One, I want to say it's difficult to be a digital expert. If anyone tells you that, just know that digital space changes all the time. Everything changes all the time. And so in order to, I shy away from that expert because things change from time to time, but I do have a lot of experience in this space and I love talking about Ingram ID. As a company, we spend a lot of time, my history has been in business to business, and what I found is that so booksellers to consumers, ID is a platform. It's an advertising platform that's set up to be self-serve, that people can go in and advertise an easy way to market their book. You can go in that platform, and then they're going to be advertising to what we define as Ingram's verified readers. So making sure that if you have a book and you're selling it and you want people to know about it, that there are social media ways for you to do that, and we connect those things for you in an easy platform.
That's awesome. So what platforms is Ingram ID available on?
Currently, it's available on Google and Facebook, and we'll be adding Instagram by the end of the year.
That's awesome. That's really great. So guys, make sure you're writing this information down. This is a lot of great information that Davina has given us. So make sure to take some good notes. So with those particular platforms, what are the metrics that you guys use to measure an ID campaign?
We measure the campaign by engagement. So also how many impressions, so how many people that saw it, how many people saw it and then went to the landing page. The beauty of one of the things about ID that people ask us all the time, where does that ad go? That ad that they see goes wherever you want it to. So whether that means that they are going to a landing page for an actual event that you're hosting. So let's say that you're hosting an event with the author, or you're the author yourself and you want them to come to the coffee house and hear you talk about your book, or you want them to click here and buy the book because it's about a topic, a trending topic. Regardless, we are going to measure how many people saw that ad, and then what did they do when they saw the ad? Did they come to that location that they wanted them to, that we asked them to? And it's important that wherever we send them, wherever you tell us to send them, that you on that back end are measuring what happens when they get there, how long they are there, what they do when they're there. So it's got to be a team effort in order for the success to happen.
That's awesome. So you mentioned a key word there, verified, two words,
Readers.
verified readers.
Yeah. So people hear that word, we define it as something special, because when you'll hear people talk about this all the time, where they're saying, well, I could do this myself. I can go on the internet and I can market my book. You absolutely can. And so there, if you have a book and you think everybody, and you'll say, well, I will ask people at times, who's your target audience? Who would enjoy your book? A lot of times people will say, everybody loves my book. Everybody will get something from my book. That is true, but we don't have an all-inclusive budget. Because if we did, then we would be making Super Bowl ads. Because then that everybody, we want the world to see it. But the truth of the matter is, your book is written. When you wrote it, there's a group of people in mind that it's really targeted to. It could be a niche group, it could be a larger group. It doesn't matter. The key would be for you to figure out how to find that audience. And so we are verifying the audiences for you, meaning that these people, when we say verified audiences, we're saying that they read book reviews inside of this genre. That means they made a list, or they're checking out listicles about top books in the category. They're browsing preview pages about it. They're opening emails on that specific genre as well, and they're entering giveaways. So for us, they had to have done multiple of these things in the last 190 days. So I'll give an example that I often share with people. Whenever one of my friends has a baby, I always provide a toy and a book that matches that toy. And so when that happens, I will buy it, I'll have it shipped directly to them. So now that means that for the next 66 months or what have you, I'm going to get other things about babies. That means I'm going to get diapers and bottles and all kinds. Someone is wasting their money on me, right? The reality is, I was there to buy that one book for that one thing. You don't want your dollars to be wasted on on a person like me. You want those advertising dollars to go to people who buy this thing, or who've done this thing multiple times in a time period. So for us, it's about figuring out those audiences and making sure that your dollars are being used directly. If you are trying to target me, you don't want to waste your money here on baby books, but more on red shoes. I buy red shoes. That would be smart, right? So being mindful about how to build the audience. And so that's what verified readers are to us. They're people that we figured out that they are our target audience for you, and that they are what you should be talking to right now today versus what that will look like in 6 months. I hope that makes sense.
That makes a lot of sense.
Great.
Awesome. So that goes into my next question is, so what makes a successful ID campaign?
A successful ID campaign is that for us on our end, when you go in, you'll be able to look at the audience, choose your audiences, and then when you check out, there'll be a guaranteed amount of something that we provided you. We say we're going to provide this many impressions, this many clicks. We're providing you with a guarantee when you're buying something from us. So when you do that, for us, the success means that we, on the back end of your campaign, at the back end of those 30 days, those 45 days, we've met all of the standards of what we promised you. And so for us, that is successful. If for some reason we go in there and we can see that your campaign is not performing, or it isn't meeting the minimums of what we promised, we're going to make some adjustments, or we're going to tell you what's wrong with your campaign and cancel it.
Gotcha. Awesome. So how many campaigns can you run on Ingram ID, guys?
There's not really a limit on the campaigns that you can run. No.
Gotcha. That's wonderful. Unlimited campaigns, guys. Make sure you're writing this information.
Oh, yeah.
I know some people have asked me questions about ID in the past about the data. So is the data collected sent to the account holder? How do you guys manage that?
There's not data. So what's happening is there are ads running, people are clicking, they're coming to you, they're coming to where you sent them. So the data, we're not collecting data about who those people are and then giving it back to you. They should be they should be coming to you. You should have access to them when they click to your ad.
Wonderful. And so what is the cost of an ID campaign? Like, what is the minimum spend that someone spend on an ID?
We have a 7-day, you have to run at least 7 days, and you have to spend a minimum of $105.
Okay. Make sure to write that down. That's a good point, Davina. Thank you for telling us that.
I do want you to know that we have on our Facebook ads, we suggest that you run at least 14 days. And we, for our Google ads, we do suggest that you run 30 for maximum success.
So 14 days and 30 days for maximum.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. We We talked about the minimum ad spend. How long? I know you briefly mentioned the 14 days, the 30 days. How long can a person run an ID ad? Can it be longer than those particular time
Oh, yeah.
frames?
Absolutely. We have people in our campaigns that run 45, 90 days. Yeah, absolutely.
Okay, that's awesome. That's awesome. I see a lot of people are intrigued. They're asking me a lot of questions.
Okay, let me see if I can help. Let's see if I can help. Sorry.
But I'm going to finish my
Okay.
questions with you, Davina.
Okay.
Some of these questions that these folks have. Can they rerun a campaign or continue an ID campaign after it's concluded or close to
Oh,
being?
absolutely. Absolutely. You can, we have the ability in the platform for you to do a couple things. If it's going well and you want to extend it, you can extend it. You say, okay, I did 20 days and I want to do another 10. You can do that. You can extend that campaign. You can also clone an ad. You can go in and say, that ad that I ran last month did really well. We're going to stop it and start it again because our author is going to be on the Today Show, in 2 days. We're going to start it again. You can start and stop it as well. Mm-hmm.
As an ID advisor or someone that can assist in the process, if anyone has any questions with their ID campaign?
We do have the ability for you when you're running a campaign we've got a help desk. You put questions in there, and there's a team of people answering those questions for you. Absolutely.
Perfect. And I think the most popular question is, where can they sign up for Ingram ID? I know we have information in our link in bio, but where can they sign up for this?
They can sign up at Consumer ID, consumerid.com.
Perfect.
Ingram and any of our Ingram sites, if you put consumer in, it'll go in as well. We will also, if you have questions, we can answer those as well.
Okay, perfect. So we're 12 minutes in, guys, so we have plenty of time left. So this is the part of the episode where you get to ask your questions. If you have any, put it in the comments. I'm kind of going to go through and see what people have commented during the live with Davina. But if you have any questions about Ingram ID, please make sure to put it in the comment below. Right now is the time to ask those questions. I think someone named Proslyn said, but are you not then using Amazon in that scenario? So wouldn't using Amazon bring a greater audience because those people are actually looking for books?
You can use whatever platform you want. I do want to say that when we launched our product, we actually did have Amazon as one of our servings. We stopped using that one because it required much more money to reach the targeted audiences. And we found that Facebook and Google brought us better ROI, and it brought us a more niched audiences for our customers. And so whatever works in your toolbox. At no time am I saying not to do this or not to do that. What I'm saying is use what works, and what we have found for our specific audiences. We have over 66 audiences, and so what we have found for success are Google and Facebook ads. So I don't want to say not to use Amazon. If that works for you and it's inside of your budget, please, by any means, go with what works. We're offering a specific subset of information for you.
I am Sean88 says great information. Hi, Sean. He was one of our author spotlights about a month ago. Hi, Sean. Shaniqua says great information. Thank you. Yeah, Proslyn.
I do want to jump into and talk about being mindful that ID is just a tool. I talk to publishers on a regular basis and booksellers. I spend 90% of my week doing that. And I do want you guys to be mindful that there are lots of ways to get the job done. You have to know your audience. You have to know your target audience, who is most going to benefit from the book, who do you have access to? Are you using your social media? So this isn't just a one-trick pony. This is something to add to your toolbox, especially when you talk Ingram ID. If you've got a larger budget, we have other tiered products. So we have over 3.5 million subscribers inside of our consumer world. And so we've got a family of brands. ID is just one product that we offer. It's just that this is an affordable way for you to get in and see the audiences that we have and access them and look at what that is. But I want you to be mindful that we've got other products. These are just tools to add to your toolbox for success.
Absolutely. Thanks for clearing that up, Davina. We do have another question from JD Hicks Books, and he says, so the books can still be sold on Amazon, correct? Guys,
Mm-hmm.
run ads on Amazon, just for
Yeah,
clarity.
yeah. We part of the platform, inside of the platform, we don't offer Amazon ads, but you can add an Amazon link if that's where you want to send them to buy the book. You can add whatever link you want. This is not a all or nothing kind of thing. It's just we don't offer that for the platform, the specific platform.
Awesome. And also, shameless plug, share and sell links are a good way to link back to your books as well. If you haven't signed up for share and sell, I don't know why you haven't already. Make sure to go to our link in bio
Yeah.
and the share and sell information, as well as the Ingram ID information. That's very helpful for authors and publishers. Do we have any other questions before we jump into the giveaway? Any other questions? Thanks for the thumbs up, JD. Appreciate it. Got a lot of great feedback. Alrighty, it looks like we're doing great on time, so we will jump into the giveaway portion. I know this episode is a little shorter, but I just want to make sure we were good on time. So this portion, if you don't already know, is the portion where we ask you to take notes and we reflect on some of those questions and answers that we talked about with Davina. So I hope you guys took some really good meticulous notes. And the first person who answers the question correctly in the comments will win a prize that I will be mailing out to you in the next probably 24 hours. So the first question that I will be asking that Davina answered for us is, what is the minimum ad spend for an Ingram ID campaign? What is that minimum amount that she mentioned earlier today? Let's see. Right, Jana, 105. And make sure you send us a direct message, Jana, with your full contact information, with your address, city, state, and zip, and where we can send that. Perfect. I'm going to add a question, and I'm going to add an extra question in here because I didn't know this about Ingram ID, but Davina said, what is the time frame best for running an ID campaign for Facebook? It was a certain amount of days, and then she said a separate number for Google. So there was one number for Google, and there was another number for Facebook for the amount of days for a successful campaign. And that answer was 105, Proslin. It was 105. That was the minimum ad spend. But the that I'm referring to is the amount of days for Facebook and the amount of days for Google. So it should be two different numbers. Actually, Nays, you're close, but you need to switch the numbers. Shaniqua, you got it, girl. Shaniqua was our winner on our last live, so she's becoming a pro on this. And Jana, I'm gonna intercede here. Jana has a question about the ROI for a small campaign, Davina.
So it's difficult to give you an ROI on a small campaign because we've seen major failures and major successes. And so one of the things that I will just be able to tell you is be mindful of what your cover looks like. Be mindful if you've got words that the platforms don't adhere to. So we've seen success with 14 and 20-day campaigns, and I've seen campaigns that couldn't start because they use the word secret in the content, or there is a romance novel and the imaging is a little what the platforms have decided are a little salacious, even if they might not be salacious to the regular world. So the other thing I want to be mindful to tell you guys is that although it's difficult to give ROI because we see people running on a regular basis. So then for us, that means they're doing well. We've had other people do really well and not come back ever again. But we have, I would say that we see success in fiction, in women's fiction. We've seen success in romance. We've got like rankings of where those, who does the best. So that's the best I can really tell you about other people's ROI.
Perfect. Let me make sure I'm not missing any other questions. Shaniqua said she doesn't mind giving it to someone else. So I'm going to offer it to Nays.play. So Nays, if
That was nice.
that was so nice, Shaniqua. Thank you for doing that. Nays, if you don't mind just sending us a DM with your full name and your contact information and your address as well. So my next question is list the platforms that Davina mentioned where ID is available. And we kind of talked about that already, but you could put those 2 platforms and then the other platform that they will be coming out at a later date on. Make sure you put that in the comment section below. You're welcome. Yep, JD Hicks, you got it. Can you name the other platform where they're going to be launching on as well? I'm still going to give you the prize, but I just see if you remembered. Thanks, Rita. Rita, yeah. Okay, perfect. All right, JD, I'm gonna give that to you, but Rita, I'm gonna throw in something for you as well. All right. All right, last question, guys. Last question. If you've been watching the Ask the Expert episodes, you probably remember some of the topics. So my next question is, can you name a previous speaker or topic for one of the Ask the Expert episodes? You can put it in the comment below. A previous topic or speaker, and they're all in our reels. So if you haven't seen them, please go back and rewatch them. They're a wealth of information. Nope, Moochie. She has not been on one of our episodes. Shaniqua, Alicia has been on, but it was for starting your own book publishing company. Oh, Nays, thank you. Thank you for watching. We have all the other episodes located in our reels, so make sure to check that out. And if you want to rewatch this episode or forward it on, you can. We actually save all the episodes and we place them in our reels. Deborah, thanks so much. Glad you joined for our first timers. Back in the reels and look, have the topics there along with the speakers. So anyone that can name a previous speaker or topic, I'll send a prize to as well. I'll give one more minute. You much I read said, I always walk away with so much after these lives. Oh, thank you. That's what we're here for. Very good information. Thank you so much, Rita. Anyone else? I ask this question every and people always get stuck on this one. Anyone else? Gotcha. There might be a delay, but no one has answered this question, so you're good. You much I read, yes. Danielle Marietta has been one of our speakers for book publishing. So you much I read, send me your information. I'll send a special prize to you guys. Everyone, just give a warm round of applause for Davina joining us on this live today. Thank you so much for joining us, Davina. Thank you for everyone who joined us on the live today. Please tune in to next month's episode of Ask the Expert. And lastly, if you have a book, please make sure to share it with the world and have an amazing day, everyone. Bye.